What is going on, you guys? I am back with another video. Today we are going to be going over a comparison between airlift or bags and coilovers. And I'm kind of just gonna run through, you know, what I believe some pros are, some cons are, in my opinion of ownership. I've had a car on coilovers for roughly 3-4 years, and I'm just starting ownership with bags for somewhere around 7 months or so. And I'm just going to kind of run through my personal opinion of the two. So to start off here, we're going to start off with some practicality. Personally, I believe that in terms of what's practical, bags is kind of, you know, what's going to get the point there. You can just air up the car whenever. Haven't really experienced the car in snow yet, but I have experienced a little bit of off-roading as my street is getting repaved. So there's some, you know, steep lips that are connected to the driveways and stuff like that I've had to air up for. So in terms of practicality, I think bags takes the shot there. Coilovers, you know, you can adjust, but it's stagnant. It's just gonna sit there. So it's not like you can, you know, air up whenever you feel like airing up so you can get over a bump. You know, speed bumps, there's plenty of speed bumps around my work. You just air up, you don't gotta take it at an angle or anything like that. It's very practical to drive with bags. Now, we're gonna switch over the topic to reliability. In terms of the airlift, I've had zero problems since I've owned it. Well, I mean, I've had a small leak, but it's not really anything to worry about. But in terms of reliability and maintenance, the clear winner for that is 100% coilovers. You don't got to worry about anything. I mean, if you want to worry about, you know, the condition of it, you can put the little sleeve covers on it in the winter so salt doesn't get it destroyed or anything like that. So coilovers has almost no maintenance, which is a huge pro. Now, oh, we got a bump here. So in terms of reliability, you never have to worry about coilovers. They're just a stiff suspension that's, you know, it's not going anywhere unless, you know, it rusts out to the point where it breaks, which isn't really a good thing. But yeah, bags has a lot more maintenance you got to worry about. You got to air the tank out every 2 weeks, which, you know, it's not a big deal. It's really not that much work, but you got to air it out every single 2 weeks so you can get all the water out. You have the water trap that you have to empty. And then, you know, God forbid something breaks, you're stuck on the side of the highway. You know, if a bag blows out, which is extremely uncommon from what I've heard, but, you know, if a bag blows out, then, you know, you're stuck on the side of a highway. You can't air up, obviously, because the bag has a hole in it. Lines can come loose, lines can snap. I know somebody that recently just had their line snap. And they were literally stranded. They had to get somebody to bring them a new line, cut them a new line, and then replace it. That's annoying. So yeah, there's always that, you know, slight anxiety of owning airlift or just bags in general, because something can go wrong and then, you know, you're kind of stranded depending on the scenario. And then there's the whole thing about fuses. If a fuse goes, you have to have a fuse on hand so you can replace it. But so that's kind of the downside of bags, is that there's a lot more you have to worry about than coilovers. Is kind of just a set it, forget it type of thing. So yeah, I'm not exactly fond of the fact that I have to kind of drive around with a little bit of anxiety. I'm not really the type of person that's you know, okay with the chance of getting stranded. But, you know, that's just me in my own opinion there. But you know, you'd be like, okay, so why did you get bags if you were gonna drive around with anxiety and stuff like that? Well, I can tell you the biggest reason I got bags is the biggest topic of the three, which is looks. The way that a car looks when it's bagged, this is obviously per opinion, but the way that a car looks, in my opinion, when it's bagged is just way better than coilovers. I'm very into photography. I have a whole camera setup and everything, and just the way that a car has its presence of being low to the ground just makes the photos so much better. I have like 50, 60 photos on my Instagram of, you know, pictures of my car on coilovers, and all of the pictures that I've taken with bags, which is probably like 10, are just, every single one of them is just astronomically better. And I can't even fathom how good cars look when it's bagged, especially the Audi S4 generation B8 and B8.5. Even B9 honestly looks very aggressive. So yeah, that's my personal opinion with the way the bags look, and it's just, it's a no-brainer. If you're a photographer and you're going for looks, bagged cars are absolutely the one to go.